Welcome to 10K Tuesday.
Well, I didn't get the memo today. No freaking surfers out here. There's one other dude way down here. But anyway, I'll take it. I'm gonna come out here and play a little bit. So every morning for my routine, what I try to do is read, watch, listen to something spiritual, nonfiction, factual, inspirational. That sort of gets me primed for the day. And I read and reflect on it, and I'll write about it. I've got one of these remarkable gizmos. My wife got me for my birthday or Christmas or something. I mean, you don't need to have one of these fancy things, but a notebook really comes in handy because you can read it till the cows come home, but it really sticks better if you write it down. It does for me, and studies show that anyway. And then, of course, if you write it down and highlight it, you know, it's really going to stick and mean something to you, and you'll take action. That's the whole idea. Reading cool stuff, that helps us, but if we don't do anything about it, it's just not worth a shit, is it? So, helps me take action for the better. So, there's this guy, Wayne Dyer. He passed away recently, but he has tons of material on YouTube. He wrote gobs of books. But he's just somebody that if you encounter him online, of course, man, you're just going to instantly like the guy. So one thing that he said yesterday that I wrote down was, I respect the peace of God that I am. And what he meant by that was there's a little piece of God in all of us. And at some point, I'm kind of winging it here. I'm going to really look kind of foolish if there's any biblical scholars. But some say that the name of God is I am. You know, we call God God, or maybe a lot of folks call him Jehovah, and they have good reasons for thinking his name is Jehovah. Just like, you know, somebody's name might be Brian or Dave. They say God's name is I am. So, whenever you say, I am this, that, or the other, you really need to put some thought into what you're going to say after that, those two words, I am. So, according to Dr. Wayne Dyer, so disrespecting yourself is disrespecting God. It's cutting yourself off from the source. So, the way I interpret that is your self-talk, our self-talk needs to be really strong. There is nothing but downside when you put yourself down, because we have a little piece of God inside of ourselves. And I feel like we get little different pieces of God, little gifts that are just for us to discover. And we're all in this together. We're all intertwined. We're all connected to God. We better talk good about ourselves. I am great. I'm good at this. I'm smart. I'm good looking. As opposed to, oh man, the crappy things that we catch ourselves saying sometimes. I've been guilty of it, sure, but I catch myself. And that's what I would encourage you to do as well. If you ever catch yourself saying something crappy about yourself, man, stop it. Just act like it's a record scratch. I've caught myself saying something shitty, and then I actually say it out loud. I take that back. No, I am good at that. I'm just having some difficulty right now, but I'm going to get over it. Anything like that, it can't hurt. It can only help. Like, you know, in a world where we have possibilities, probabilities, and certainties, I'm constantly thinking to myself, what's the downside? Talking negative about yourself, and you're also talking about the big guy too. If you say, I respect the peace of God that I am, ain't nothing but downside when you say bad things about yourself. Actually, I was with a guy yesterday, and he said, man, I'm just too short. don't say that, man. So I climbed, because I'm not super tall. I climbed up on the thing. I said, hey, because we were trying to put a ladder on a van is what it was. I said, look how I said, we've got no leverage, man. Look how I've got my leg right here. This is my trick to doing it. I hope that helps you. Like, and plus, dude, a lot of you guys make short jokes about it, man. Like, oh, come on, man, that's like low-hanging fruit. Like, find something else. Like, a professional comedian would not come in and start ragging the dude for being short. He'd find something else to pick at him about and make him smile. So anyway, that's where self-talk, I think, is really important, because the better we talk to ourselves, the more we love ourselves, the more we like ourselves, and guess what? That's what we're going to attract. It's all about the energy, right? That we elevate ourselves to, we get on a plane, and we're going to attract the very things we desire in that plane. We're going to attract the stuff we don't desire in that plane too, if we're in a lower plane. That's why I would highly encourage you to check out the energy level chart. And man, it is not woo-woo stuff. It's for real. You know, it's on Google, and you know what? Shame on me. I should have it memorized by now. Because it's the levels, you know, start really low on like guilt and shame and anger, and then fear. And anyway, you gotta move like 8 clicks up just to hit neutral. So, because the more you exercise, you're gonna get these chemicals in your body jazzed up that do elevate your energy and make you feel better. The acronym is DOSE. You know, so you got dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. And even if you don't know squat about them, there's something in your brain that's probably saying, oh yeah, that's that good stuff that we want. And that helps elevate our frequency, right? So not all of us can get off and exercise in the morning. In fact, I've been having difficulty in that area as well. Self-talk. Go ahead and jazz yourself up. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing pompous about it unless you make it that way. I mean, hell, look at Muhammad Ali, the king of self-talk. What did that dude say? I am the greatest. Whoo! And he told himself that over and over and over again. And there'd be a lot of boxing enthusiasts who would agree with him. And there would be a lot of people that would say he crossed the line of being pompous, but he sure was entertaining, wasn't he? He's a lot of fun to watch and listen to. I'm just saying, let's take a page from his book and apply it to ourselves in a way that makes us feel good, makes us do good, makes us attract good, but upside, right? It's the stuff that I'm learning about, and you know, I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about unless I can teach it. So, you know, a lot of this is selfishly for me, and I naturally want somebody out there to pick something up off of it and it empower their lives, make you feel good, make you do good things, make you bring good things into your life. I have this channel just out of love, and of course I want it to help me. I want it to help you though, and that's why I do this. So on this same page that I was taking notes on yesterday, there's this fella named Neville Goddard. And both these guys, Wayne Dyer and Neville Goddard, they've passed away. Neville Goddard, I think, passed away in like 1972. I noticed that Wayne Dyer actually borrows some material from Neville Goddard every now and again. And so when I took these notes, like, boy, even though it came from 2 different sources, they really played well together. So a couple things that Neville Goddard said was, oh shit, actually, this is Wayne Dyer. I am my environment is me. And then here's Neville Goddard's, reality must bend to my imagination. So wow, man. So here's a nice recipe. You got killer self-talk. I am my environment is me. and reality must bend to my imagination. Whew, man, if we could really harness that, I think we could really make some incredible lives for ourselves. That's really powerful and heady stuff and the borderline woo. But Neville Goddard really believed it. He talked about living as if the wish is fulfilled. And Wayne Dyer picks up a lot of his stuff and runs with that as well. When we talk about the stuff that we want, that's cool and all. We got to have goals and aspirations. But where Neville Goddard was coming from, and Wayne piggybacked off of that, is what we should really do is talk as if we've already got it. Talk as if we're already doing it. Which comes back to the self-talk that I started this video off with. I respect the peace of God that I am. Disrespecting yourself is disrespecting God. So let's just do nothing but talk up. No down talk. That could be a really fun exercise. It's, that's a lot of delayed gratification. It's using your imagination quite a bit. But man, I think it's a fun thing that'd be worthwhile exploring. And I'm not telling you I got it all figured out, and I've got Lambos and yachts and stuff. But I'm excited about it. And one thing for those folks who know me personally, you're not gonna hear me talk down a lot. Nobody's perfect. Everybody drops the ball. Everybody slips. But I do try to catch myself, and I want that for you as well. One example in up talk or absence of down talk is I was at a funeral one time, and I heard the guy talking about the fella. His name was Ken, and the fella up on the stage, I don't think he was a preacher, he's a friend. He said, Ken never said a bad word about anybody. And I was in the audience, and I thought, well, maybe the guy's nervous and he just got it flipped around that nobody said a bad word about Ken. And then it occurred to me, no, he said it right. I mean, both were awesome compliments, that the fellow was well liked and respected in his community. But think about it. If somebody can say, Dave never said a bad word about anybody, I think that is just as cool of a compliment. And I really want to be that guy. And I've been guilty of saying, yeah, that guy's a real asshole or something like that in the past. I want to try to stop that. I want to be that guy. Scott never said a bad word about anybody. I'd like to do that moving forward. I think that would make me a better person. And I think if everybody did that, that would make the world a better place. It's kind of hard. It's hard because we encounter some buttholes and we want to get it off our chest. But that'd be nice if somebody was speaking at my funeral and said, Scott never said a bad word about anybody. I think that'd be just as nice of a compliment if nobody ever said a bad word about Scott. I don't know. Challenge accepted. I'm going to try to live up to that. All right, and I'm going to try to get in this water. At the very least, I'll just get wet. And if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I guess I can live with that. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me on a sunny Sunday morning. Hope you get your day started off right. Do not waste this day. You only got a limited amount of them. I hope you make it a great one. If you like what I'm putting out there, by all means, why don't you hit that like button and consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a dime, it means the world to me. See you next time. Do not waste this day.